Hey guys, Foster here. Just a quick note before we get started today. We are doing something very, very cool in 2020. So this year we are going to do 12 language challenges in 12 months. So on the first day of each month, we will start a new language challenge, and each challenge will focus on a specific topic or subject to help you really improve your English. For example, we are going to have a challenge about phrasal verbs, a challenge about how to use prepositions, a challenge about how to learn grammar without using textbooks. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we would love to have you participate. So if you are serious about your English, you should really check out these challenges. To learn more and start improving your English today, just visit inglesnuecru.com. Okay, on with the show.
Hello! Mais um episódio aqui do Inglês no Necro Rádio. Primeiro eu gostaria de agradecer que você está aqui conosco mais um dia, mais uma manhã ou tarde ou noite, tanto faz. Maravilha! Então, eu tô aqui para falar que continua o nosso código do Cambly, que vai te dar uma aula de graça. Uma aula de graça. 0800, open bar, do jeito que você quiser chamar. Foster?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you are listening to this show, that is already a big step, showing a lot of motivation with your English. And I guarantee you, the next big step is creating a habit of talking to native speakers, like a routine where you're talking to native speakers a lot. That will help your English dramatically, and you can do that with Cambly.
Sim, exatamente. Então vocês já sabem. Cambly.com ou aplicativo do Cambly, se inscreve, não precisa colocar cartão de crédito nem nada. Quando você se inscrever, vai em menu, minutos grátis e coloca Inglês no Cru Podcast. Desse jeito, você vai ganhar a sua aula de graça. Então é isso. Só isso.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, on with the show.
Hello, hey, sweet people, and welcome to another episode of Inglês no Cru Rádio. As always, my name is Foster, and I am here with
Alexia. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Alexia.
Hey,
how are you doing
Foster.
today?
I'm doing fine. What about you?
I am doing okay. I can't complain. So, this week on the show, we are talking about quarantine, more specifically about our personal experiences being separated in quarantine. Alexia and I being physically distant as a couple, and some of the things that involves. It's a fun topic of conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. When we decided to record about ourselves, I mean, when we decided to start doing our podcast, Inglês no Necro Rádio, we decided to be as honest as possible with you guys. So this is part of our lives right now. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, we always try to be as open and as honest as possible. And that has been much more difficult during quarantine, because I think the podcast would be pretty depressing. But actually, recently I've received several emails and messages from our students, just kind of talking about mental health and anxiety, and how they appreciate that we've talked about that openly in the past. And sometimes I forget that I talk about that kind of stuff on like public radio. And I think it's really important. So
And I think
that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people are discovering right now that they suffer from anxiety and depression and panic attacks, and they never knew because they are forced to be inside the apartment and working from home and dealing with their families and their husbands, wives, kids, everything. It's everything at the same time. So,
Exactly.
yeah, so I think
Yeah.
that now it's so extremely important to talk about mental health and how to take care about yourself. So we are here to try to help you guys. If you know someone and if you are suffering from that, I mean, we are here and that's it.
Yeah. And just to clarify, we are here in the sense that we are here in solidarity with you. We are
Yeah.
not trained psychologist or
Não, pelo amor
therapist or
de
anything like
Deus.
that.
Não, 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 não. A gente tá aqui. No, we are here to give you a virtual hug.
Nice. Yeah. So I think what you were saying, Alexia, that a lot of people, maybe for the first time, are discovering that, yeah, maybe they do suffer from some underlying anxieties or some forms of depression. Maybe they never recognized that until now. I also think a lot of people have been struggling with anxiety, depression, substance abuse, in anything. And maybe that was kind of hidden or it's like a separate part of people's lives. And now there's a lot of light on it because all of these things are coming to the front of our lives,
Yes.
which can be a tricky, complicated situation for a lot of people.
Yes, yes. And I mean, we had to deal with the news, and the news are always, always bad. Extremely
The
bad.
news is.
Sorry. The news
Okay,
is.
so let me give a quick lesson because it's not just you, Alexia. Literally 95% of our students have a difficult time with this. So news, noticias, right?
Mm-hmm.
First, you cannot say new. Like that's a good new. Uma boa notícia. That does not work in English. Okay?
Okay.
So you can say that's good news. So in this case, we are referring to news as a singular item. So if I say, hey, Alexia, I just heard, I literally just read about this. I just read that Russia produced a vaccine. And you could say, oh, that's good news. And then I can say, probably not.
That's already a huge discussion around the internet. Would you take a Russian vaccine? I wouldn't.
Hell no.
I wouldn't at all.
I mean, yeah, can you imagine the situation? What if Russia actually did produce the first and only effective vaccine?
Because they hacked everyone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have no problems personally with Russia or any Russians, but okay, that's for a different podcast. The point is, in English, we say, that's good news. If you are really having a difficult time thinking of news as a singular thing, you can always say a piece of news or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. The best way is to say that's good news or did you hear the news?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just this leads me kind of to a place that I wasn't expecting, but something that has helped me personally kind of maintain more stabilized mental health is recently I have been consuming much less news. My media consumption is much lower than normal, simply because at the beginning of the pandemic, I was kind of, and I think a lot of people were like this, like we automatically became kind of amateur epidemiologist.
And we had to remember, and we have to remember that here in Portugal, and you were here when everything started, it was before than Brazil or United States. So we've been like reading and knowing a lot of things much, much, much earlier than Brazil, for example.
Yeah, yeah. And it can be very exhausting. And I think it creates a situation, at least for me. It's like, okay, I can read about this virus and travel restrictions and what's happening. I can read about that all day. And at the end of the day, that's not going to really help me in any sort of profound way. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. So it's better for me not to focus all of my attention and energy on that.
Yeah, at the beginning, I was looking at that map, the map that showed all the cases and numbers of people, of death everywhere in the world. And I would
Death.
like see South Carolina, Rio, São Paulo.
Death.
Peraí, amor, deixa eu acabar de falar, pelo amor de Deus.
Deixa eu repetir a palavra morte.
Oh my God. And I'm not doing that
Death.
anymore.
Yeah, I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, Alexia was constantly checking just like a world count of the number of cases. And I don't remember, but at the time it was like, there's 30,000 cases in the world. No.
Uh-huh.
And now it's many millions. So, yeah, now it's just not a fun or probably healthy thing to do.
No. But either way, we were forced to readapt, right? So you had to go to the United States, not because of Corona at all. It was a personal thing, his family situation. And then Foster couldn't come back. And I couldn't go there.
Yeah, if we're being very honest, on March 9th, my grandfather passed away, who I was very close with, and my mother was very, very close with. And so I had to travel to the U.S. for his funeral. And
Foster only packed like 5 t-shirts.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I only wear like 5 t-shirts. So
no, but
not a huge problem. Yeah, but I was expecting to quite literally be in the U.S. for 3 or 4 days, like a week maximum. And almost 6 months later, still here in the bedroom where I grew up.
Which, you had to admit, it's extremely comfy.
Yes, it could be much worse. I'm very fortunate to have parents that still live in my childhood home. So I still have a room. I have a lot of my instruments. We have our dog here. It's not too bad.
No, it's not.
And I think next episode we can talk about some of the good things that we've been doing to not only entertain ourselves, but to try to keep ourselves healthy, to work in a healthy way. And yeah, just how we're dealing with all this stuff, just like everyone else.
Yes, of course.
Cool. So until tomorrow, guys, stay positive, keep your head up. As always, keep up that good fight.
And lose well. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do Inglês de Necro Rádio. É muito bom ter você juntinho assim de nós. Faz muito, muito carinho no nosso coração, digamos assim. Então você que está interessado em saber mais sobre os nossos produtos e saber mais sobre a gente, o que a gente oferece para vocês em relação a estudo, a challenge, a curso, vá lá no inglesdenecro.com e você pode ver mais sobre as worksheets, por exemplo.
Yeah. If you want to really improve your English, if you want to learn more about the ways you can do that and just connect with us on a deeper level, go to inglesdenecro.com. And as always, keep up the good fight.
And lose well.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.